allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone. All right, so first item is going to be Heidi with financials.
No, minutes.
Nope, updated agenda.
You got an updated.
I did?
Yeah.
I did.
Financials today include supplemental appropriations for the general juvenile fund, the CASA fund, prosecutor's delinquent tax fund, and the auditor's note retirement fund. An appropriation transfer from the contingency account to return appropriations to the sheriff's office for expenses reimbursed and deposited into the general fund. Cash transfer out of the general fund for payment of the first quarter state fiscal year 15 JFS mandated share. Purchase order for HD Supply Waterworks for the purchase of 69 20-inch Ford pit setters for the Department of Water Resources in the amount of $36,670. Travel request for the building department and the commissioner's office, and payments 1 and 2 to Envirocom Construction for the Thompson Sewer Project Contract B for the Department of Water Resources and the Office of Community and Economic Development, totaling $96,176.58.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeney?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye, motions stand approved. Thank you. Okay.
Marcy.
All right, good morning, Marcy. How are you? Come on up here.
Oh, there it is.
So what we've got today, Marcy King here for Advocates for Recovery will discuss an upcoming fundraiser to purchase a transitional house for men in Geauga County. Welcome.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to see me today. I really appreciate it. My name is Marcy King, and I am here representing the Advocates for Recovery. 3 years ago, my husband Phil King addressed the infiltrating drug issue we have, and he started the opiate task force. Since then, Judge Topeka has taken it over and has done a remarkable job. She has put her whole heart and her whole soul into it, and many fantastic projects have come out of it. But through the opiate task force, we found out that there was one link missing, one puzzle piece missing, and it was the final step in treatment. Our law enforcement has done a great job in getting the drugs starting to be under control. Dr. Dennis Michelson is doing an unbelievable job in the jails of treatment for them. And Dr. Lisa Brown from University Hospital is part of the pain management and new dimensions division who treats it. But if anyone knows anything about a drug rehabilitation, somebody makes the commitment, or the law puts them in a drug facility, and they have to complete time there. It's usually about 6 months to a year. And once it's completed, they're pretty much out on their own. So in a treatment center, there's 24/7 of pure structure. They are structured for morning till night, and they get what they need there. They've remembered what they learned from Dr. Michelson, and they're completed, they're graduate, and then they're put out into community again. Well, there's no place in Geauga County. Geauga County does not have a sober house, transitional house, three-quarter house. That's what they're called. They're all the same thing. And what we are looking to do is find that last piece of the puzzle and put it here in Geauga County. It is a transitional house. It is not a drug house. So when people come to our community leaders, as you, and say, what's this I hear about a drug house? I'm here to inform you, to let you know what this is, because drugs are not permitted there. A house is a structured setting for them, not as structured as rehab, but they've already made that commitment to be drug and alcohol free. They are going to be living in a house, tested for drugs. If they get a positive drug test, they're out. Their life skills class will come into the facility and teach a basic life skills classes. If you know anything about the drug use, a lot of years of development have been missed because of drug use. So this will give them that step of helping them with resumes. They must be maintaining a job, or if they don't have a job, they are going to be learning how to do resumes and being able to get a job. They have to have community service. They have to be drug-free. They will have group settings come in, AA, NA, for them, they will also be required to go out, and they also will be required to have community service. So, what I'm trying to ask for you for today is the knowledge. So when people ask you and say, we don't want this drug house in our community, you will be able to say, there will not be. I guarantee you, the person next door, down the street, across the street, they have drug issues. But it's guaranteed that if you're in our transitional house, our three-quarter house, our sober house, there won't be a drug problem in there. They'll be recovering because they made that commitment. The response that I've received has been unbelievable. Yes, we need it, but we need everybody to step up financially for this because this is going to be run on its own. We are looking for a house to be the Geauga house, and at the fundraising event that we have, we are looking to have somebody look to name it. We're going to have an auctioneer auction off the naming rights. We do have a transitional women's house in Jefferson, and this is the Opal House. And there was about 20 people there, and a one house mom. There's a waiting list to get in, and they both fall under the 501c3 Bridges to Discovery. So if you see on all of our paperwork, Bridges to Discovery is the main umbrella we fall under. Geauga House, Opal House. Just as a brief note, my husband and I were coming back from Florida, and I saw a girl sitting there with Palm Beach Rehab Center backpack. And of course, I had to go talk to her. So I was talking to her why she was coming back. She was all excited. She completed, but she was coming back home, and she was really nervous on where to go. So she pulled out a whole bunch of papers, and they were applications for transitional houses. And one of them was ours in Opal House in Jefferson. So it is well known. It is something that's needed. Our county needs something like this to put the final piece together. Senator Eklund offered to come to these meetings with me. He is very much behind us. Senator Cafaro's office called me this morning to help out to get a little bit of state funding and gave me a route to go this morning. Representative Patterson said, anything, everything you need, I will be with you the whole steps, the whole way, anything you need, get the word out. So that's what I'm asking you to do, is number one, I know we are not coming here and asking for money. Probably that's like really unusual for you, but I am not asking you for your money. I know the county cannot give money for this. I'm asking for your individual support. I'm asking you to please spread the word, to break the misconception of what a drug house is, and all these wonderful invitations and posters. If you know of somebody, if you know of places that they could go, if you know, just be able to spread the word. Our fundraiser is on September 17th. It is a Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. It is on Chardon Square. It is music, hors d'oeuvres, and mocktails, no alcoholic beverages. And we're looking for you, everyone, to show up and help us. Is there any questions you have? Because I would love to be able to answer them. We had one question at a township I went to. What's the average stay at a transitional house? It is approximately 6 months to a year. So that was one of the questions that I've been asked. Anything that you could?
The only thing I would ask that you clarify,
Yes.
because I think I know the answer. It's a drug house, it's a drug house, it's a drug house, but it also is, as you say, a sober house, so it's also for alcoholics.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Oh, it is?
That's
Oh,
what I'm
yes.
trying,
Oh, yes.
I want it, that, I mean, I know that, I want it clarified that somebody's going, oh, we don't want to build a house for these druggies and they should do this or that or the other thing. It's for people with addiction.
Correct. All addictions.
All addictions,
The one-
correct.
This is for men too, and
Right.
it's for 18 years and older, and it does do any type of drugs, marijuana, cocaine, heroin, whatever the drugs may be. and it is
Prescription,
for
medication,
opiates,
whatever.
Right. And also alcohol.
Right. I just wanted to make sure that was.
Very good point, very good.
Because it's like a name associated with something.
Correct.
Well, when you get the money for this place, then to maintain it and to have people there working, how are we gonna support that?
Okay, the funds that we raise at this fundraiser, right now, we don't have much money.
Yeah.
So the funds that we raise are going to go for the purchase of the house. A couple of people have stated that there might be some land that we'd be able to build, and, or we could purchase a house. each person that lives there has rent they have to pay. That will sustain the house, and that will pay the house man to be there. What it doesn't pay for is the broken air conditioner. It doesn't pay for that, so we will have fundraisers.
To build an
To continue,
endowment
yes.
of a sort that will keep it continually going is what I
And there are a
can
lot
see.
of people offering in-kind donations also.
Yeah.
So that would help,
Yes.
cut costs down.
Kind of like what they do for
Yes,
Hamilton.
yes.
The house that's in Jefferson, which is, I don't want to insult the people in Ashtabula, because, you know, that's their area, but I was under the impression that these homes were best located in not a real high populated area. Maybe that's a misconception, because people need to have transportation to get to work and jobs and so on, the patients. What is your intent on a location in Geauga County?
Some residents do have driver's license. Some do not because they have been taken away by the courts.
Right.
So it does need to be in walking distance to manufacturing jobs, just jobs in general. Somewhere down the line, and we also have thought about it, is to get a van where they could do the transportation, where, you know, the house mother would be able to. The problem is if you have one person working out here, one person
Yeah,
here.
you're all over the place.
Correct.
Yeah.
We are looking, right now we do not have a site picked. We have talked more about Middlefield just because of the job opportunities there.
Okay. I was just, you know, again,
Very good question, yes, yes.
Sounds like a great event.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
commend you, your husband, and others involved in this, because everybody sits on their hands and nothing will get done.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you
Yeah,
for
very
coming
much.
in.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Marcy.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna leave this whole stack here
All
for you.
right.
Thank you.
Hand it up.
Thanks. Okay. Morning, Jessica.
Good morning, how are you?
How are you?
Good.
So, Jessica, what do we have this morning?
We have a few things here today. The first list is releasing the bid bonds from our home care program because the contract ended on the 14th of August, and we're on our new contract.
Okay.
So
So why
that's,
don't,
That's
Three
all,
to seven
all,
are
All the way to
four
seven,
together.
right?
yeah, why don't we just do those all together then? Easy enough.
The Department on Aging is requesting the board release the bid performance bond for QualCare LLC doing business as Home Instead Senior Care, Homemaker, and Personal Care Services for Geauga County residents age 60 and older for the period ending August 14th, 2014, as all specifications have been met. The Department on Aging is requesting the board release the bid performance bond for Maple Grove Enterprises doing business as First Light for the Homemaker and Personal Care Services for Geauga County residents age 60 and older for the period ending August 14, 2014, as all specifications have been met. The Department on Aging is requesting the board release the bid performance bond for Embassy Home Care LLC for the Homemaker and Personal Care Services for Geauga County residents age 60 and older for the period ending August 14, 2014, as all specifications have been met. The Department on Aging is requesting the board release the bid performance bond for Family Tree Home Care Services LLC for the Homemaker and Personal Care Services for Geauga County residents age 60 and older for the period ending August 14, 2014, as all specifications have been met. The Department on Aging is requesting the board release the bid performance bond for University Hospital Home Care Services for the Homemaker and Personal Care Services for Geauga County residents age 60 and older for the period ending August 14, 2014, as all specifications have been met.
Okay, I'll make that motion, those motions.
second the motion.
Commissioner Sweeney?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye, all stand approved.
Okay. The next is our senior center supervisor position opened up with the retirement of Dave Melco. And what we did was we did internally post the position. I had 9 internal applicants from the Department on Aging. So we did an initial interview with each applicant. We had an interview panel which consisted of an advisory board member, my assistant director. Dave was on the first round of interviews. Out of that round, we had 4 finalists. And in that panel, we had an additional advisory board member, and Commissioner Spudler joined us as well. So at the conclusion, of the final interviews, we did find an internal candidate to be most qualified for this position, having about 15 years' experience programming, as well as a business background. Her and her husband used to, I believe, do Bass Lake in Calvert. So Sandy McLeod, we would like to promote her to the full-time senior center supervisor position.
Okay.
All right, if we could read number 8.
The Department on Aging is requesting the board promote Sandy McLeod to the position of full-time senior center supervisor number 1003 to be effective August 25th, 2014. After the successful completion of a 180-day probationary period, her rate will increase to $24.86 per hour.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeney?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye, motion approved.
And,
Number 9.
we'd like to internally post the new open position for senior center supervisor. Seniors, excuse me, I apologize.
Site-
Site coordinator.
Replacing Sandy from.
Yes, thank you.
Sandy's this position.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, if we could do a read on number 9.
The Department on Aging is requesting the board grant permission to advertise internally for the position of site coordinator number 1004 for a period of 5 days beginning August 25th, 2014.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeney?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye, motion stands approved. And, perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, there she is.
Good morning.
Hi, Joni, how are you?
Good, thank you. This is one of our old down payment assistance rehab clients, and he is refinancing his home. He's shaving almost 2 percentage points off of his
Oh,
interest
that's a
rate.
lot.
He's saving $250 a month.
Oh, just interest, huh?
So we want to help him out in any way we can. So they've asked us to support him.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. And so if we could read number 11, or number 10, I'm sorry.
The Office of Community and Economic Development is requesting the board approve and execute the subordination agreement real estate mortgage between the Geauga County Board of Commissioners and Quicken Loans Incorporated for Craig Bednarik under grant number P-C-03-026-1 and B-C-03-026-2 for refinancing property located at 12053 Lakeside Drive in Newberry.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeney?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye, motion.
1 second, please.
Number 11.
Oh, thank you so much.
You have one more.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Or-
Kelly.
that's Kelly.
Kelly.
Thank
You
you.
may go.
Thank you.
No, this one's not on.
Tag team.
Oh, it's. Ooh. All right, let me change that on here then.
Morning.
Morning.
I'm here with a change order request for the Fairgrounds paving project for Infinity Paving. We had an increase in scope of work, so I want to increase the contract and extend the contract. Within that contract, the grant is allowing $70,600. That's what our grant is paying. The Fairgrounds already committed to paying the overage. However, we have to increase the contract to cover the project and to increase the dates in case we have extra money from a different project from that grant. We may be able to pay some of the Fairgrounds project portion as well. So we may be able to increase our portion on that, but we're not quite sure. It depends on our,
What you have left over.
exactly.
Okay. And if we could go ahead and do a read then on number 11.
The Office of Community and Economic Development is requesting the board approve and authorize the president of the board to execute change order number 1, increasing the contract with Infinity Paving Company for the Geauga County Fairgrounds Sidewalk and Parking Facilities Improvement Project under grant number B-F-13-1AB-1 in the amount of $21,143 and extending the date of completion by 49 days till September 30th, 2014.
Make that motion.
I've got a question. You say 21,000?
Yes,
21.
she just changed the number on me when she came up here.
Okay, 21, what is it?
$21,143.
43, okay,
Which
that's,
brings the total contract to $100,973.
all right, I'll second.
Commissioner Smee?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye, motion approved. All right,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Kelly. All right, the county engineers are up.
Morning.
Morning.
Here for the, this is like, we're currently on 13.
Yes, number
12.
13.
12.
Sorry, start with number 12.
I'm sorry, you're right, 12.
12, 13, 14, 15.
And 15, yes, they're all related.
For us, related to the Fort County Meadow Road.
Okay,
These are culvert extensions for the purpose of drainage easements and specifically guardrail elimination in advance of the paving project that's next year.
So are these people paying for it, or is it the other way around?
We are
We're paying for it?
them for the rights.
Oh,
We build the structure of it.
so the one is, okay, I see what you're doing, all right. Just wanted to clarify that.
There's 3 different locations.
Yeah, 3 different locations, okay. Oh, that's a good thing. How's things
So it'll
going
be-
down there, Ravenna? That one guy where
It's not raining, is it?
where you have to turn around. There must have been a line of cars turning around the other day.
It's going real well.
and then on this 15 would be included in that also, correct?
Correct.
Correct, that was a correct easement where the description was not correct.
Okay,
We corrected that from the person we bought it last time from,
okay,
and we found that out, and we corrected that.
alrighty. So if there's no other questions, and I guess 12, 13, 14, and 15, if we could do a read on those? Okay.
The county engineer's office is requesting the board accept and execute the easement for drainage purposes between the Geauga County Board of Commissioners and Chad and Melanie Gatlobowski, parcel number 06-120126 for improvements to culverts on Ravenna Road in Chardon Township in the amount of $400. The county engineer's office is requesting the board accept and execute the easement for drainage purposes between the Geauga County Board of Commissioners and Francis Family Revocable Trust, parcel number 06-015300 for improvements to culverts on Ravenna Road in Chardon Township in the amount of $200. The county engineer's office is requesting the board accept and execute the easement for drainage purposes between the Geauga County Board of Commissioners and Kenneth and Carol Pritt, parcel number 06-120983 for improvements to culverts on Ravenna Road in Chardon Township in the amount of $250. The county engineer's office is requesting the board accept and execute the easement for drainage purposes, corrective description for drainage easement recorded in volume 938, page 770 of the Geauga County Record of Deeds between the Geauga County Board of Commissioners and Todd A. Szynski and Holly A. Neff Szynski, trustees of the Szynski Family Trust, parcel number 06-120524 for improvements to culverts on Ravenna Road in Chardon Township in the amount of $1.
I'll make those motions.
Second.
Commissioner Speedy?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye, motion stands approved. Okay. All right, thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye, Peter. How are you, Nick?
Good, how are you doing?
Good. All right, Nick. Let's talk about Pettibone, I guess.
Pettibone, this is a federal contract that we received $384,000 funds, federal money for the asphalt resurfacing of Pettibone Road in Bainbridge Township. Roniak was awarded the bid, and this is just to sign and execute the contract.
Okay, and that's gonna start, when do you think?
Estimated, the way schedules are running, mid-September.
Okay, so
Wait.
still this year then?
Yeah, oh, yes, this year, and then also Bainbridge Road, which is coming through the contracts, that'll also be this year, and they're also looking mid-September,
Okay.
but yes, those will be completed this year.
And what do you expect in time frame on those roads?
Because we are milling the roads, it's a full mill, we'll do base repair, and then Pettibone probably, if they can get them in there, probably 2 weeks. Bainbridge could be 3 to 4,
Okay.
complete turnaround time, but traffic won't be closed off, it'll be maintained.
Oh, really? Okay.
And we'll do our best to maintain the areas of, high traffic, not be working when the traffic in the morning.
In the road.
Okay.
But Pettibone should be pretty smooth.
So you
Other
got
than
it
the
at
hills,
306?
the hills is the site distance is gonna be making sure that we have enough MOT to make sure everybody can see it.
Okay. All right then, we can go ahead and read number 16.
The county engineer's office is requesting the board approve and execute a unit price contract with Roniak Paving Incorporated for the asphalt resurfacing of Pettibone Road, CH 607, sections A through D in Bainbridge Township in the amount of $589,938.94.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeney?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye, motion stands approved.
Thank you.
Dennis, have a good day.
Good, thanks.
Okay, and Mike, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Mike.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
Number 17, basically we had we posted internally for a full-time driver position that came open. We did have a good candidate, Michael Walsh, who happens to be one of our part-time employees now, and he interviewed well, he's got a very good record, very good customer safety record, and we're asking that you guys accept this position to a full-time driver, probationary period, and there's no change in pay rate.
Okay, and we've already posted last week for to replace him, right?
That's correct,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, and if we could do a read on number 17.
The Transit Department is requesting the board approve the reclassification of Michael Walsh from part-time driver number 2210-1 to the position of full-time driver number 2210 to be effective August 18, 2014 with no change in pay or probationary period as he's been a part-time driver since April 29, 2013.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeney?
Oh, aye, sorry.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Just reading it
Commissioner
here.
Spudler?
Aye, motion stands approved. Then we've got number 18 and also 19 is Commissioner's Office is requesting the board move into executive session for the purpose of discussing the discipline of an employee in the Transit Department. Do we expect action on that?
On this one, yes. Yeah, on
You have
this
to do
one.
them a second.
So
Are we gonna
Yeah.
go in, we have to
Yeah,
go
you have
back
to come
out
back,
for
yeah.
the
Yeah,
other?
come back out.
So it'll be
Okay,
the
okay.
three of you and Mike and I.
Okay,
So we can,
Have a motion?
motion,
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeney?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
aye. Executive session, and we are ready to take action on this. If Christie, you want to read this?
The Commissioner's Office is requesting the board accept the disciplinary recommendation of the hearing officer, Karen DeCola, and to suspend without pay for a Burnett, part-time driver in the Transit Department for 48 hours for violations of the Geauga County Personnel Policy for ORC 124.34, neglect of duty, and transit best practices, level 1 preventable accident. Time off is to be scheduled by the director, and to further approve and execute the order of removal, reduction, suspension, involuntary disciplinary separation form per ORC 124.34 for the 48 hours.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeney?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
I motion approved. And then, well,
Thank you, board.
thank you,
Okay,
Mike.
Mike,
you.
thanks. I'll make a motion to go in executive session for the purpose of discussing the compensation of public employees.
I'll second that motion.
Commissioner Sweeney?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Motion approved.
There'll be no action.
And I'll be joining the three of you.
There'll be no action?
No action.
All right,
There were
Okay.
6 months
returning
behind
at
the minutes.
11:05. No action?
No action.
No
I
action.
move to adjourn.
Well, let's do
Oh,
the
we want to do the
acknowledgements.
acknowledgements and then move.
So we've got a report filed by the dog warden for August 13, 2014. The monthly report for the sheriff's office of an account of an expense for the inmate meals for the month ending July 2014. Then the meetings we have is the 19th County Home Annual Meeting at 11:30, Pleasant Hill Country Club, or County Home.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
country clinic.
Yeah.
We all hope to be there, Ralph.
Then on the 25th, the Board of Revision, 9 a.m. at the auditor's office. The
Are you going to
26th,
that?
the commissioner, I thought Mary said you
I
wanted to
will
to
go.
that.
You're gonna
for
to
you,
Board of
yeah.
Revision? I think
'Cause I won't-
Blake got information.
I have the packet.
He has some information that
I
was
thought
dropped
I
off for
would
that.
do
so.
one before I leave.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I thought you
Remind
said
me,
you
because
wanted
the
to do
packet's
one.
on my
Yeah,
desk.
yeah.
The
No
packet's on my desk.
Okay.
So then, the 26th, which will be Tuesday, right?
Mhm.
The commissioners will hold a regular session And then on the 28th, we have another commissioner meeting. That's going to be at the fair at 10 o'clock in the morning at the fair on Junior Fair 4-H stage. That's going to be right by
Right up from the milkshake
the
booth.
milkshake stand.
Can I mention something too? That morning at 8 o'clock, you're all invited to Kent Geauga.
Yeah.
To meet
The new
KSU
one.
president.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
Plus the 5:30 one, also we're gonna have a dinner, y'all been invited to,
Okay.
Yeah, that also came.
yeah.
We've got the fair that's happening between the 28th through the 1st, and that's in Burton. The 1st of September, county office will be closed for Labor Day. The 2nd, the meeting is canceled. The 9th is the budget hearing for the treasurer is gonna be before a session, and then 9:45, we also have the investment advisory board on the same day before the meeting. The 9th, then we'll have the meeting at 10, and then Perry Nuclear Power Plant exercise on the 10th, and that's gonna be held at DES.
You'll get you'll get your call
Okay.
to respond.
And then we have, the commissioners will hold a regular session again on the 11th.
And that's as far as I've gone.
So
I
that's as
stopped.
far as she's gone. So with that, any questions?
to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
All right,